Hi guys, Erthrock here, and welcome back to tutorial number 3 of our Black Ops 3 Mod Tools zombie tutorials. Now, this video is going to be about texturing only. If I figure something out later, we may add that in, but right now, let's focus on texturing. So, how do I change this boring old brush? Well, it kind of looks cool, honestly, but either way, how do we change it? How do we keep it? What do we do? Like, what is the purpose of texturing? Well, obviously, if you saw in the last tutorial, we made a brush and it was just really plain, really gross. It was the checkerboard texture because it doesn't have anything on it, and it was really confusing. So what you're going to do is you're going to select your brush. You're going to press T to bring up your textures window. Again, move your window around to however you like. I like mine right here. And what you're going to notice, I'll make this a little bit bigger, you have options up here. Yours is probably going to be all in use by default, and these are all the textures that are in the map. These are everything that's all in use. Now, I haven't really played around with this, but you're going to go to all, and you're going to either search for your texture. So let's say poop. There's not going to be a poop texture. What there is going to be is there's going to be a dirt texture. So you have a whole bunch of different textures. Now you can constantly select them, and you may notice, oh hey, my thing turned into some dirt. But let me type in something really quick for an example. Not that. If I type in blend, if you accidentally come across a blend texture, you're gonna notice it's not very see-through. That is for a different tutorial, so don't worry. Just find a texture that's not broken and stuff. Now let's say you don't even know what kind of textures there are besides searching and stuff. What you can do is you can come down here to usage. Sorry if I'm stuttering. I need some water. I need some milk. Either way, you're going to select this. Notice it says all. Let's make this bigger so you guys can see. Okay. You have tools, clips. These are just like the most recent one, but either way, you have door textures, floor textures, ceiling textures, roof textures, interior wall, interior trim, exterior wall, exterior trim, windows, and decals, foliage, terrain, water, sky, and background. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to make a roof texture, and it'll show all the available roof textures. And because we're in roof, and we type in brick, it's not going to show us any brick because we're in the roof section. You'd have to go all the way back up to all. So let's type in wood because there's a wooden ceiling. It'll show us all the wooden ceilings. Now I just double click this. Hey, that's from World at War. Okay, sorry. Just had a little memory flashback. And see, we now have our texture nicely applied to our brush. I'm going to actually scale this back down, go all the way back up to all. There we go. And I'm going to go to all in use. And as you guys may know, our wood texture is right there. So, because this is a roof, we're just going to scale this up a bit and scale this out. So then we just have a nice basic roof. And there you go. I mean, it might be a little dark. You can build your lighting if you want to make it look a little bit different. But other than that, guys, it's pretty easy. And yeah, I mean, that's how you texture. It's pretty simple. All you gotta do is just open your texture panel with T and type in whatever you want. So let's go to all. Let's type in rock. We're gonna have all these rock textures. Bam! I got some rocks. Yeah. Now, one thing you guys need to understand is, let's actually drag this down for this one. How do I make it smaller? How do I make it go sideways? For example, when we did wood, wood's actually a good one for this example that I'm going to do. Okay, notice how the grain is going, or whatever this is going this way. We're going to say north. What if I want it to go west? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to actually, I'm going to close the textures, you're going to press S. What this is it's called a surface inspector, and this is mainly used for textures. So, you can click the rotate, and it's going to rotate it 45 degrees. You can change that however you want, but, bam, we rotate it 45 degrees. The texture is now rotated 45 degrees. We can do 90 degrees. I don't know why I said 50, but either way, there. Now it's going west as we wanted. So that's a little bit of something you guys can play around with your textures, make things look unique. But you can also use this, which is called the shifting area. Now, what you can do is you can use your scroll wheel, or you can use these little things right here and also change how many points it's going to move. But notice when I scroll, it might be a little hard because I'm having such small of steps, but either way, notice how it's starting to actually move the texture vertically. And now if I want to move it horizontally, you can see that it's moving horizontally. So normally, like, let's put another patch here so you guys don't get confused. Don't know why they're like that. Okay, so we have textures that are right here. I'm going to put this here. Now, you may say, oh, they're not matching up. How do I make them match up? Well, notice how everything is going to have different settings. So this has -9.5, 660, and this has 7.5, 1075, all that crap. You can either type it in later if you like actually changed it to shrink down and stuff, or, so I'm not being confusing, open your textures panel, select both brushes, and reapply the wood texture. Now, as you may notice, the wood texture is completely lined up. It's matching. You can't even tell the difference until you see that this brush is higher than the other. So it's perfectly... What the hell? Oh, someone walked in here. That was weird. Anyway. So that's actually something I saw, is that people don't know how to make textures line up with each other. You just reapply the texture. Now, something that we need to show in Surface Inspector, sorry if I'm stumbling, it's okay, practice makes perfect. Horizontal stretch. What this is going to do is it's obviously going to stretch the texture out horizontally. So as you can see, bam, wow, look at that, sham wow. But also if we make it, whoa, look at that. So it's really stretched out. You guys can play around with this, make it look weird and funky, whatever you want to do. Even if you wanted to make a giant map and make the textures bigger, do whatever your little heart desires. So I'm just going to reapply that texture, and bam, there we go. That is how you do texturing in the Black Ops 3 Mod Tools. I hope I answered all the questions for texturing. I know I may have sounded a little bit complicated. If you guys have questions, comment down below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated the video, give it a thumbs down, and tell me what you thought. Also, guys, subscribe if you want to hear more tutorials in the future. I'm making as many as I can over every single little thing that people have not really discussed, or at least making them shorter and short to the point. So, I will see you guys later. There's a lot of stuff texturing can do in the future that I'll get to, but not right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.